This is Chris Johnson, and there is one thing certain family members know about me. And that is, if I'm at a family party, or any fucking party really, and somebody offers me some leftovers to take home, I am taking that shit 100 times out of 100. I'm struggling to think of an instance where I will refuse to take leftovers home. It was Christmas last month. You know how much fucking shit I took home from various fucking houses? The fucking Christmas with my buddies, I came home with a fucking bag of pizza. Christmas at my fucking aunt's, I got a fucking big thing of like Christmas cookies. Taking shit from my fucking mom's. I was at a birthday party at my cousin's house recently, like a week or two ago or whatever the fuck. We had goulash. And my aunt is like getting like little fucking like to-go boxes ready for everybody. And she's like asking, you know, the various people that, hey, do you want some fucking goulash to take home? And then she gets to me and she looks over at whoever the fuck was standing next to her. She's like, I do not have to ask Christopher. He will take anything. And I was like, you're goddamn right. Are you aware that there are people that don't eat leftovers? One of my buddies didn't eat leftovers. And I say didn't eat them because I don't know what his leftover policy is currently. It's not like leftovers come up in conversation often. Leftovers only come up when leftovers are presented. I've never been sitting around shooting shit with fucking anybody and the topic of fucking leftovers come up. So I don't know what my buddy's leftover policy is today in 2025. But I will tell you that his leftover policy back in the fucking day was he ain't fucking eating any of them. I remember his fucking mom telling me this. Like, he's fucking not gonna eat that shit. I'm like, what are you talking about? So you only have one opportunity to eat something? That was such a fucking mind-blowing concept to me. So you cook food, you order food, which means you got like a fucking half hour to eat it. Because once it's cold and becomes a leftover, it is fucking off the menu. I cannot fathom that behavior. I'd fucking live off leftovers if I could. They're fucking awesome. And I don't even have to fucking eat that shit warm. The fucking goulash I was just talking about from my cousins, sometimes I'll just open up the fucking fridge, I'll fucking see it there, be like, dude, I want a fucking spoonful of fucking cold goulash, and I don't give a shit who knows it. I mean, just I know it, I'm the only one living here currently, but, you know, I fucking shovel a couple spoonfuls of cold goulash in my mouth. It's fucking great. If I order a fucking pizza, I like the cold pizza. It's fucking awesome. And I'm not saying I prefer this food cold. Like, if I fucking make a dinner, I'm not gonna fucking set it outside in the snow for a fucking hour before I eat it. Like, I'm not doing that shit. Like, I like it fucking warm. I like warm food. I like hot food. But, you know, if you fucking store it in the fridge for a while and overnight, like, sometimes I'll eat that shit cold. I don't want, like, the main meal cold, but I don't give a shit if the leftovers are cold, I guess is what I'm trying to say. If I go to a fucking restaurant and they bring me fucking cold food, it's like, the fuck is this? I don't want this fucking cold food. This ain't no fucking dessert. Will I complain, though, if I'm at a restaurant and they bring me cold food? No, I just won't go back. I'm not gonna fuck with the waitstaff. I've lived alone for about 10 years now. My wife kicked my sorry ass to the curb back in 2015. So like now that it's just me, or since it's been just me, I will make food sometimes with the idea that like I'm going to eat this for fucking days. I will bake pasta in a fucking, you know, one of those ceramic dishes or fucking serving bowls, whatever the fuck you want to call it, with the idea that like, all right, I'm going to eat this today. I'm going to eat this easily the next 2 fucking days. Maybe I can stretch it in the fucking 4 days. I'm like that with so much shit. I like green bean casserole too. A lot of people think that that is a side, and I will agree with you. It is a side. I don't give two shits. I will sometimes just make fucking sides and eat sides. Recently, I made fucking mashed potatoes and stuffing. No fucking turkey, just mashed potatoes and stuffing. And sometimes I just make fucking mashed potatoes. Like, fuck it. I'm gonna fucking either make instant potatoes or buy like a fucking 3-pound bag of potatoes, and I will fucking peel that shit, I will mash that shit, and I will eat it for like 3 fucking days. My grandfather would be very disappointed in my ass. I have no living grandfathers left. The one was just like a weird dude. Actually, they're both kind of weird dudes. But I remember at like Thanksgiving one year, like my grandpa saw me eating. And it was, you know, it's typical Thanksgiving food. You got your fucking corn, you got your stuffing, you got your fucking mashed potatoes, you got your fucking turkey. And like I was just like, you know, going one at a time. I fucking like pounded my potatoes, then I pounded my corn. And he's like, what are you doing? I was like, what are you fucking talking about? I'm eating my shit. He's like, if somebody fucking saw you eating like that, they'd think you were raised in a barn. I was like, what the fuck do you even mean, old man? He was referring to the fact that I would finish off one food item before fucking going to the next. Like apparently in his fucking mind, you gotta go like, okay, have a bite of turkey, have a bite of stuffing. You gotta mix all that shit together. I wasn't mixing shit together. Who the fuck would say that to anybody? Especially your fucking grandson who's a fucking child. My buddies that I hang out with a lot got 6 kids between them. My cousins that I hang out with all the time, a lot of fucking kids between them. You know what they're worried about? They're worried about just their fucking kids eating. Will they fucking eat? Goulash day was a fucking problem. They already know walking in, my kid's not fucking eating that. They gotta have fucking chicken nuggets on the ready. And here my ass is, young Chris Johnson, is actually eating. But he's not eating the right way. Speaking of Thanksgiving, that's another fucking great leftover fucking holiday. I didn't even go to my mom's house for Thanksgiving this year. There was a scheduling conflict. I was with my buddies, and I still got fucking leftovers from my mom. I got like a text afterwards, like, there's some leftovers for you. You just got to come over and get them. I'll fucking be there in 5 minutes. And I ate those leftovers cold. I mean, I heated some of them up. I don't give a shit if I'm dipping cold leftover turkey in cold gravy. I don't give a fuck. It is fucking awesome. I think it's the weirdest thing in the fucking world that people don't eat leftovers of any fucking kind. And sometimes if there's like a lot of leftovers, like mom will be like, you want some of this turkey? Yes. What about potatoes? Yes. You want some of the cookies? Just fucking whatever the fuck you are going to offer me, the answer is going to be yes. I don't give a shit how many fucking containers I gotta take. I'll put it in a fucking bag. I'll walk that shit out individually to my car. I don't give a fuck. Yes, I will take your food. I will be back. Sundays or Wednesdays, as new podcast episodes come out. Podbean is the host of the cast. All the fucking episodes are there, but I'm fucking everywhere, baby. I'm fucking on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and Pandora and iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast, wherever the fuck you want. I am on Twitter and Blue Sky. That is at Johnson Hates You. This podcast is going to be right on my Facebook timeline for you, so you can catch it there. And if Instagram is your fucking bag, you can see photos and videos of my fucking ass at maybe the number 5 minutes.